Okay, quick message. Okay, to my chosen ones, to the divine beings who, let's say, uncomfortable right now, right? You're having the dark, the negative, right? That's trying to stop you by any means. Because I go back to, I think, Jesus said that people are going to hate you because of me. There's going to be false wars, just basically because of your faith, right? But God says He will give you the strength, right? If you have that much faith, right, and so much light, right, it will trigger the dark. And they will try to do any and everything necessary to try to stop you. They will take away maybe the people you love, try to block certain things, make you literally lose everything and everybody, right? But what I'm hearing God saying is like you got to get out the way. If I remove something from you, it's to bring something in, or I'm hearing that the dark may think that they're winning, but they're actually not. When you walk with the faith with the Most High, God's going to carry you're going through it, but He's not going to, okay, you're going through it and you're very, very like upset, so I'm going to stop everything and everything right now to make you feel better. No, the purpose is so much bigger than that. Okay, your story is going to show so many people that God is real, and you're going to have to go through it because the purpose is so much bigger. It's so much bigger. That's what I'm hearing. Like, yes, you lost everything around you. You don't have nothing. People have betrayed you. They took things from you. They literally stripped you down naked in the middle of Times Square. I'm just using that as, not really, but, literally stripped you down. Okay? But God said, if you make it through all the trials, you will get to the eternal kingdom. Your story has to happen, my love, because there's so many people lost out there. So many people who are lost out there that your story is going to help change people's hearts to show that God is real. Because I go back to the movie, The Book of Eli. Eli had to take that Bible all the way across the country because they burned all the Bibles, right? And to get it to what was it, in California, to get that Bible reprinted. Even though the enemy took that Bible, he had it all memorized in his head. But God said, I will give you everything you need to get to that other side. And literally, God protected him. Literally. But Eli met somebody along the way. That female who Eli got that book there at that library and was printed out. But now the woman character, I forgot her name, she was supposed to go out and speak to people and get the word out. Like, you remember that moment when in the book of Eli where he taught her how to pray? Like, literally, that woman is going to go touch people with the word and get it spreaded out. Or just by walking by her faith and her strength and her power and her love, that people are going to see that. And all the struggles that you went through, let the dark do what they do. But God said, God promised, I will never leave you. I will be there with you through the dark times. And I promise everything, that when God makes a promise, He's going to give you that promise, but it's going to be multiplied, right? But it's not going to come in the way you think. You could think it's going to come in a certain way or when it's going to come. You're never going to know when it's going to come. You know, you will go through tribulations, but God is going to give you the strength to keep going. You know, for example, say, the dark take away certain, people, you literally lost it all, but God is going to give you that strength to keep going. He's not going to say, hey, there's going to be some down days, but I want you to pray to me. Pray to me. Keep talking to me. I promise you that God is going to give you that strength. Say you're waking up in the bed, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't have no money, you ain't got no, place to live, you ain't got, no food to eat, but you still got up that day or whatever. Those days, think about those times where you literally was having something going on so bad and you did not want to get out of bed, but you got out of bed that day. You may not get out of bed that day, but the next day you got out of bed, right? To literally, you say, I don't have no reason to get up. Where am I going to go? What do you do? Just get up, go for a walk, get out in nature. I'm hearing get out in nature more. And guys, I talk to myself as well as you guys, okay? But I'm hearing that your story, yes, you had to go through all that you had to because of your story is going to help so many others. And when you walk in divine, you want to help others. And you know how much more bigger the purpose is. If you're trying to look for material things with God, I'm sorry. It's God's going to give you what you need, but that's not this God. This is so much more your faith. When you believe in God, He'll take care of you. When you have that personal relationship with God, He'll take care of you. Yes, you're going to make mistakes along the way. You're not going to be perfect, but your story is so important. So important. I keep thinking about Mary from Lakeland. How she was, Jesus loved her. She was so important. She went out and told, everyone what God did. And the story was so remarkable that people believe, or the way she walked, that God is real. Man, that person went through so much, or is going through so much, but the energy, you guys. I promise one thing I always say, take from my channel, not only to keep your faith in God no matter what, but I promise you this, energy does not lie. Energy does not lie. People can pretend and wear these masks and try to be this and that and put on this fake persona, but I promise you the mask will eventually slip off. Excuse me, that burp came out of nowhere. The mask will eventually slip off. And I promise you, everything that's in the dark will come to the light. It always does. There's no stopping it. But baby girl, baby boy out there struggling, divine masculine, divine feminine, your story is going to help others show that God is real. I'm also seeing that if somebody was there's something about, this is somebody else or someone, when they see you on camera, there's a light or there's orbs around you, or I'm hearing Jesus walks with me. You have an army that walks with you, literally. Have faith. The dark wants you to lose that faith, wants you to, you done lost everything. You can't even see no way to get out. But right in that moment when you literally just, that's when it's going to come in. Hold on to your faith. I'm thinking of Daniel in the lion den. Hold on to your faith. Hold on. Because God's got a plan for you. But there's something about a story for somebody that is going to be where so many people are going to know that God is real. The story, the troubles that you went through, everything, it had to happen. What was that show, The Chosen, you guys? Or he was talking to Jesus, I don't remember his name, but he said, if I heal you right now, it'll be like all the other stories. But if you hold on a little longer, could you imagine the story that you, for the testimony that you would tell, what it would do for people? Hold on. Don't lose faith. No matter what happens, no matter what happens, because God is there, Jesus is there. Don't lose faith.